Alright, YouTube, I want to ask you some questions. And it's not about Google+. I think we all know Google+ is annoying. But what I want to ask about is this plane here. So I made some progress on the plane. I got all the servo linkages hooked up right here for the rudder and the elevator and the ailerons. And I've also put in these struts here to support the tail so that it doesn't wiggle too much. Got one on each side, some carbon fiber rod. Then I went ahead and put some reinforced packing tape along the bottom. Here's the reinforced packing tape. It's 3M brand. And what I did was I ran it from the tail over here all the way up till I got to right about here, and I stopped right there, and I got 3 rows, one on each side and one down the middle, so 3 strips of tape. And the reason I stopped right there is because I'm going to go ahead and put this skid plate on that I got from Bev RC, and it's going to overlap over the tape right there, so I don't need the tape to go all the way to the nose, just that far. So here it is with the skid plate installed, and you can see where it overlaps right in here over the reinforced packing tape. The other thing I did was get the propeller ready to mount it on the spinner and put that on the motor. So the shaft for the spinner wouldn't quite go through the hole in the prop, so I had to drill it out. And let's take a look at how I did that. So drilling out the prop, I'm going to be using an N size drill first and then go to an O size drill. And so start out small, move up to a big one, and N is the right size for this thread right here. And the way I've been setting this up is I put the prop in the vise on a little piece of wood, which is under here. And then I take this large nut to keep the prop from jumping out of the vise. I put that nut right on top of it and lock it down and make sure that the prop still wiggles a little bit so it has room to maneuver like that. So the prop has to be able to move a little bit. Okay, then I get the drill right in the center of the nut. It's just important mostly that it's centered this way here, and as close as it can this way. But the prop can easily move back and forth. It can move back and forth this way, but sideways it can't move much, so we need to make sure it's in the center of that. And then just lower this down, make sure it's in the prop, about in the center there. Lower this down so it's in the center. Okay, now we can turn on the drill press like that, and just bring the drill down in there. Now the prop usually jumps up a little bit, and basically that's the idea. I have the plane upside down here, and what I'm going to do is I need some Velcro strap like this right here to hold the battery inside. So here's the battery. So what I've done is cut out a well about the width of the battery right here, and then I'm going to put a piece of vinyl siding inside that well, run the strap around this and into the inside of the plane. So it takes about a 10-inch piece of Velcro. Okay, I fed one side through one slot, and now I'm going to feed the other side through. Okay, now both sides are through, and since it's in a well like this, I can just put my skid plate on, and it'll be totally covered up. You can kind of see it through the fiberglass here, but it's underneath the skid plate, so there won't be any rough edges. And here's the battery with the strap around it. I'm also going to have some Velcro underneath the battery just to keep it from sliding around, but the Velcro strap will lock it right in there. So I've got the CG machine set to 4 inches on each side right here. So I'm looking at 4 inches back from the front edge of the wing. The thing is, I've heard from Uncle Deke and some of the others that the point of balance for the CG is back about 4 inches from the front edge of the wing. The question is, because this is a swept wing, I need to find out what the front edge is. Okay, so is the front edge this point right here? Or is it back here where the CG machine makes contact with the front edge? I'm assuming the front edge is in the middle here, so if I put this ruler even with the front edge, then the CG machine has to be out at these points, which is back from the actual front edge where they're at. So I've got a little gap here. So if that's where the front edge is, right here in the middle, then I'll assume that's the way it goes. So, now coming over on this side over here, so right now I've got the battery balanced. I slid this battery around until I got it balanced, and I'm coming out right about in there for the back edge of the battery. And it's a 6,000 milliamp hour 4-cell. And let's see, I'm getting about 2.5 inches, roughly, let's see, yeah, about maybe 2.5, 2.25 inches back from the front edge of this door. So, if anyone's got any clue as to where the CG actually is it 3.5 inches? Is it 4 inches back from this? Or 4 inches back from the middle? I don't know. So I'm just asking. Okay, as a side note, I want to talk about what I just got in the mail. And you can see right here, it came from Hardware City. And what it is I was running out of welder's glue, so I decided to order me a lifetime supply of welders right here. And the hardwarecity.com had it on sale for $2.70 roughly for a 2-pack. So I got 6 of these 2-packs, and now I'm set for life. So always respect your elders and use welders. If any of this glue is inhaled or you'd use it to brush your teeth, please consult your doctor immediately. And do not use it on Depron because it doesn't work too good.